Sport is superstition, science, family, drama, love, theatre. It's everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for sports fans that's better. Gamble responsibly.
Time to talk AFC playoffs, and we get our first look at the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday. Freddie, the Jaguars face the Chiefs, and surely it will be a different story if they give up a huge lead at Arrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, you're not going. I'm telling you what, if Trevor Lawrence, let me tell you, because I know you're listening right now, if you throw 4 interceptions against the Chiefs, you're done. You will be going to Waffle House or whatever restaurant you want to, but you will be taking that L, because you know what? Patrick Mahomes makes you pay for your turnover. So it's going to be a whole different story if you do that. And let's face it, they have playoff experience. The Kansas City Chiefs have a Super Bowl caliber team, and they have playoff experience.
You going with the Chiefs? You sticking with Freddie?
I got to stick with Freddie as well. I think this is an absolute smashing. I mean, he mentions like going to get a Waffle House. Yeah, I mean, I think the Jags after this game will just be going to the nearest barbecue joint there in Kansas City and just like smothering themselves in all that sweet, sweet barbecue sauce. But I've got to agree with him here, right? Just that simple idea of like, the Jags, they just played their Super Bowl. So, yeah, go on Chiefs.
Freddie's coming in hot. I'd be agreeing with him too, the way he's going about at the moment. He's up and about today. But James, recent history says the Chiefs have dominated Jacksonville. They've won 6 straight over them and are Super Bowl favourites. Can we expect any surprises in this one?
So the one thing that we sort of didn't hit on, though, is you want a surprise?
Yes.
Will there be surprises? Can we expect them? I mean, you can always expect a surprise. I'm not the boss of you, but will we have any surprises? No, we won't, because Andy Reid offered by Freddie. You know Andy Reid, this is it, 21-3 in his career. 9-0 with the Chiefs. That's huge, right?
I actually, texted Andy Reid about 2 nights ago, and he was very, very calm. He knows what he has. Now, the only surprises that I might see happening is Doug Peterson, the coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He actually knows Andy Reid's offense in and out. So there'll be a little struggle there because he knows the formation, he knows the calls and stuff like that. But other than that, there's no surprises. This is going to happen. And Andy Reid has something he always says. He says great teams beat good teams really, really convincingly. So I guess Jaguars, they're a good team.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, this is going to be a big Chiefs win, I reckon, because you've got Mahomes. I think this is a huge spot for him. 3+ touchdowns, I think, easily. I think this is a bit of coming off the bye. They'll be ready. So 3+ Mahomes touchdowns, a Kelsey touchdown, and the Chiefs don't play with their food. Big win, go the overs, Chiefs win, smash them, cover the 7.5. Jags have got no hope in this one.
I love that. Don't play with their food. Freddie, we didn't get a result the last time the Bills and Bengals met because of the Damar Hamlin scare, which was actually extremely scary. How do you think that incident will play on their emotions on Monday?
You know what? I really think that they're going to go out there and they're going to play hard for them, but they don't really need any motivation. You're an NFL football player. You're giving your all 100%. All the bulletin board material and the distractions and stuff that they think that'll happen, it won't happen. You have home field advantage. You're clearly a good team. You know what you're facing against, and I think that they can pull this one out. The Bills have a lot of Andy Reid disciples, and they play the same type of play. So, and don't discredit the receivers that the Bills are having too. I think it'll be okay if they have home field advantage. The Bills will take this one.
What do you think?
I got to kind of agree with the Bills taking it, but I think Freddie really sort of makes a good point about how tight this one will be. I mean, the Bills are 8-1 at home this year, but they're 4-5 against the spread at home, which tells me they let teams sort of hang around. And what we saw from Josh Allen last week against the Dolphins doesn't really fill me with a giant amount of confidence. The freelance Josh Allen, when he's absolutely flying, is like a sight to behold. But then something squirrely just happens. Like sometimes, Josh, it's fine just to throw a 6-yard out. It doesn't matter. You don't have to make it 66 yards. It can just be 6. I know that Freddie loves getting on the end of a 66-yard bomb, but the same point, I think the offense of this Bills team will probably be just a little bit too strong. But more importantly, isn't it, Freddie? It's like the offensive line for the Bengals is just too banged up. Even though this Bills defense doesn't have Von Miller, I think they still just pressure Joe Burrow too much and just keep that Bengals scoring down enough. I reckon Jamar Chase gets in for a touchdown. His yards over probably hit just because of that connection with Burrow. But otherwise, I've got a feeling the Bills just sort of run over the top of them. I think if the line, I think it's around 4, 3.5, 4, 4.5, I'd still probably go the Bengals because I think we talked about that 4 or 5 against the spread. But I think it's pretty close. What do you reckon, Freddie?
I agree with you. I think it'll definitely be a close game, but I think that with the Bills' defense, I understand that their defensive strategy and where they're going, they're going to be playing hard, and I really do think the quarterback for the Bills, I think that he's really going to come out and have a great game. He has something to prove, and he's a young quarterback that's making a name for himself as well. So I think that they're going to really do their job.
Well, that's a wrap on our second Fox Sports Lab NFL show. Freddie, outstanding. We appreciate you coming on.
Go Birds. I'm nervous about this game with the Eagles, but go Birds. I'm just going to let you know I'm very nervous in Philadelphia right here.
Oh, so good to have you on. James, outstanding once again. Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure, Dicko, always. And if you want a multi for this week, I'm just saying, stick with Freddie's Birds, go head-to-head with them, and probably the Niners. And let's go Bills.
Love it. Make sure you subscribe below and follow us on socials. We'll see you again next week for our Conference Championships show.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.